Hello and salutations, it's me, Sal-T. Welcome back to 2 Cents Toys, and today we're going over the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars The Black Series, Imperial Probe Droid, I think. It's the Probe Droid. I give up on these long-ass names, there's no point in them. But I got this at Target, it was like 30 bucks-ish, I want to say. I need to get a couple of them, just for different displays, Empire display, Fallen Order display, and the like. Ostensibly, I already like it just by looking at it. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be, but that's something I'll talk about later in the video. So, looking at the box, Black Series, 40th Empire logo, Probe Droid, Empire Strikes Back, kind of a racetrack of sorts. Imperial Probe Droid itself looks like a flight stand and a base behind it. Side of the box is D3, Imperial Probe Droid. I don't know what these are, but whatever. This side of the box is Imperial Probe Droid, or Droid, really big on the side. I know you really can't make that out, but that's fine. Top of the box is blank. Bottom of the box has the legalese that we've come to despise. Back of the box, same picture of the Probe Droid, and then just commemorates this, that, and the other. All that out of the way, I'm going to get it open. We'll go over whatever articulation might be on there, and that should be about it, really. What else is in the box? We got this little molded snow stand, which being the 40th anniversary of the Empire, of course it would be snow. I mean, you could probably spray paint this to be sand or whatever you really want it to be, but snow works just fine for me. Kind of a bad time to have a white background, huh? Then we got a little plastic flight stand, just a translucent peg to hang it up there, so again, bad time to have a white background. Worth noting, the ball on the bottom goes into the snow, and the peg on the top goes into the Probe Droid. That being said, it just kind of rests in there. There's no actual snap to it, so it's kind of the weight of the Probe Droid will keep it from falling over, I guess. Which of course brings us to the Probe Droid itself. Not a whole terrible lot to go over. I mean, the sculpt is beautiful. I love all these details in here. You know, all the paint's really good. The reds, the kind of weathering on the side. There's a little bit of like rust, it looks like, right here along the top, which is a very fine touch. You know, all the different eyes and everything kind of looking at you. I don't know, I love that sound that it makes. On the top, we have these antennas and antennae, and we have these up at the top. They go up, they go down. You know, that's about it, so you can do different things. Cautious about snapping them, though. They are a firmer plastic, so potentially you could snap these. I already showed you that the dome rotates. The torso doesn't really rotate at all, other than what I assume is the blaster up here at the top. And then all these little tendrils down here on the bottom, they all articulate to varying degrees. Every single one of them rotates up at the top of the body. I'm not going to go over each one individually, because we'll be here all day. But they all rotate at the top. They all have their primary hinges as well, so they all articulate out, just like that. And basically any kind of elbow or joint in them also rotates, so you know, you can collapse them all the way up if you want to, or, you know, do whatever you want to do. Could be cool for stop motion, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Like have it kind of come up and have all the legs descend one at a time, or whatever you feel like doing. So other than, you know, swivels all the way down the arms to include these little hands and the like, they just pivot at the top. There's really not a lot to go over in terms of articulation, but I do love all these legs. There's a hole here in the bottom that this pegs into. It is kind of a tight fit. Requires a little bit of elbow grease to get in there, but once it's on there, it's on there. It's not coming off, so that's good. And then it just falls over. I lied to you. It does snap in. You just have to have a little more weight behind it than I was willing to give it. When I saw the Probe Droid on the shelf next to other figures, I thought it was a little big, but that's only because I realized that in the original trilogy, I don't think we're really given much in the way of a scale on how big they're supposed to be. I always thought they were small, like little tiny droids that were supposed to be, you know, inconspicuous. It wasn't really until Jedi Fallen Order that I had a kind of an idea for how really big they are. And right here, that's really what this Probe Droid is going to do. It's going to be part of a display, kind of an auxiliary sort of thing. I loved Jedi Fallen Order to no end. I 100%ed the game, waiting for a DLC or a sequel or something. I can't wait. But that's where my mind went after, you know, initially thinking of Empire Strikes Back, of course, but I was like, where else can I utilize one? And this was kind of the obvious answer, for me anyway. And of course, he'll clearly fit in with any kind of Hoth scenario you want to set up. The translucent peg is somewhat of an eyesore, but it's the best that you can do aside from, you know, hoisting him up with string or something. But I think this works pretty well. At about 30 bucks, yeah, it's a little steep, especially if you want to get more than one like I do. There's also going to be a die-cast one. I believe that was announced. So I'll probably pick that one up too, just to see how it compares. I'm sure, of course, it's going to be a lot heavier, but it'll be interesting to see how they handle the whole, you know, floating peg and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I know this was kind of a quick review, but really there's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to the Probe Droid. I kind of showed you what it can do, and it's meant as a display piece, like an augmentation for your display. But let me know down below how you feel about the Probe Droid, like especially the size of this figure. I'd love to hear if you thought the same thing that I did when I was a kid and saw Empire, that the Probe Droid was a lot smaller than it really is. And if you think maybe it's too big, or maybe it's not big enough, maybe Probe Droids are supposed to be substantially bigger. Anyway, that's all I got for today. If you liked the review, then please don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe. Stay tuned. This is probably the last Star Wars review for a little while, until some new figures start rolling in. I got some Marvel Legends stuff coming up. I got a couple more Storm collectibles, a customized video. Make sure you tune in for that. And until next time, thanks for stopping by today. I'm Sal-T, signing off.